Princeton in Africa is a postgraduate program for recent college graduates, not necessarily just from Princeton, but also from other universities, and it partners them with various NGOs, and it's a year-long fellowship, and it gives you the opportunity to work on the continent, on the ground, with people in a whole range of different ways. The NGO I work with is Nyambani Village, and it's a small community about 3 hours east of Nairobi, and it's been built in the last 4 or 5 years to house orphans from the HIV epidemic. The goal is to have 1,000 kids living in the village and 100 grandparents. The kids have been orphaned by the death of their parents due to HIV, but these grandparents have also lost their means of support because their children have died of HIV. So they bring them in as well to care for them. So right now, we're at 736 kids and 72 grandparents. Its mission is two parts. It's on one hand, they want to provide a housing and education and things for all these children, but they also want to do it in a sustainable way. So the goal is that they can build something that will be sustainable 20, 30 years indefinitely down the road. And that way, it'll be able to stand on its own 2 feet in several years, and they won't have to worry about constantly finding sources of foreign aid. There's a lot of projects going on, and mine is rainwater harvesting. At this village, there's boreholes and wells that have been dug, but there's various problems with the sources of water. The borehole water, for example, has too much salt and fluoride in it to be safely drinkable. So in searching for an alternative source of clean drinkable water, we've hit upon rainwater as the solution. And so all the water that lands on the roofs is collected in the gutters and stored in large 10,000-liter tanks and kept through the dry season. So 50 liters a day per household is what we've been saying, and that will keep you through till the next rainy season. And so building those tanks and expanding on that project has been what I've been working on. Johnson & Johnson has provided a lot of the backing for this project, the financial backing, as well as connecting Princeton in Africa with Nyambani to make my fellowship possible. And when I leave, there'll be another fellow following me. So hopefully this will be a program that continues for a number of years in the future. Right now, 80 of the houses have been built, and 56 of them have rainwater tanks. And hopefully by the time I leave, we can have all 80 that are existing finished. There's a huge learning curve with this project. In the first couple months I was there, I had trouble finding materials, and I had to change things around, change my design in ways that I didn't anticipate, but you have to adapt to what's there. So it's a lot of the first couple months we're learning how to work with people, how to procure the materials, how to get what I needed. And so it was very frustrating, but it's funny now to look back on it. I hope the lasting impact of my work will be that there's fresh water for all the kids and all the inhabitants, and hopefully it will be an impact that lasts far longer than anybody remembers that I was there.